Hi, I am Contagion, and I'm making a video about the same thing that everyone else is talking about right now because it's on everyone's tongue, on the tip of their tongue, COVID-19. You'll notice that I lack a beard. I shaved it off because I need to stop touching my face, and I loved putting my hands through my beard and feeling it and all that good stuff, and so I figured it was time to just chop it off. When this is all said and done, it will grow back. Unlike the hair on my head, it is not receding, it is not getting thinner. So that was a step I took, and surprisingly, it is pretty effective. I've gone out twice, and every time I've had an itch in my eye or my nose like I do right now, I'm just mindful of it, and I don't touch myself. Now, if I want to, I got hand sanitizer over there, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the COVID-19 pandemic. First and foremost, I'm not a doctor. I shouldn't have to tell you guys that. If you thought, come here for medical advice, what the hell's wrong with you? Find an actual, physician to talk to for medical advice. This is all just my opinion, and it should be taken as such. But there has been a lot of misinformation spreading, and just an alarming number of people I am connected to still don't seem to understand the seriousness of this epidemic, this pandemic. So I'm going to try and explain that. Here is why I'm taking COVID-19 seriously. First and foremost, it is not the flu. Secondly, our U.S. healthcare system is failing terribly. We failed at containment. We are going to fail at control. It's not working out. Why? Because first, we didn't use the UN tests that were available to us. We had to create our own little tests, and they got screwed up. So our testing game was way behind where it should be. So any number you see on reported cases for COVID-19 in the U.S., multiply it by 10, and that is a low estimate of what actually is happening right now. We have 2,000 cases reported. I'm sure there are at least 20,000 Americans infected right now. More than that, I'm almost certain. So, two numbers that differentiate this from the flu, which is what everyone is comparing it to. R0. R0 is a measure of the spreadability, if that's even a word, of a disease. So it goes from 0 to as high as it needs to. An R0 of 1 means that for every person that is infected with it, they will likely infect one other. The average flu, now different flus are different, but the average flu is about 1.3. So if you take 1,000 people, they'll probably infect 1,333 other people. The R0 for COVID-19 is looking like between 2 and 4. 2.5 and 4. Now, it's tough to have solid numbers on this because it's so new and it's still unfolding, and there's tons of underreporting going on, so we don't really know. It could be higher than 4. It could be even 5, depending on just how many asymptomatic cases there are. So this disease spreads way more easily than the flu does. It is pretty much an airborne sickness, and it needs to be treated seriously for that reason. Second number is case fatality rate. So case fatality rate, it's a measure of obvious how many people die who get the disease. With the flu, it is about 0.1%. So 1 in 1,000 people may die. Now, with different flus, it's different. It can be higher, it can be lower. It also depends a lot on the healthcare infrastructure. With COVID-19, we are looking at a range of between 0.7% and upwards of 5%. In Italy right now, they're looking at about 5%. It's still unfolding, and the number's going to change, especially as medical systems like those in Italy collapse. So that is another reason to take this seriously. Now, combine the case fatality rate with the R0, the R0, and that's what makes this so serious, because the disease has the capacity to overwhelm our healthcare systems, and when that happens, the disease becomes a lot more fatal because people aren't getting the treatment they need. About 80% of people who get it, mild symptoms, no big deal. 15% more generally need to go to and get medical care, like nothing critical, but they need to see a doctor or else they're going to have bad problems. And the last 5% need critical life-saving care. Since this disease grows exponentially, you can see where the problem starts. Even though you personally might not have a problem if and when you get it, more likely when than if at this point, you know people that will. So it is up to us to, as social media says, flatten the curve. So how do we do that? Well, it's pretty simple. 1, you need to have a stocked pantry. You need to plan on staying home a lot. Thankfully, I realized this kind of before everyone went psycho, and got a bunch of groceries. I could last in my house for a little while, weeks at least. But it is important, even in times of not crisis, to have a stocked pantry, because you never know what's going to happen, but you need to be able to hunker down a while. Social distancing. Still a lot of people doing normal-ass shit, meeting people, going out in public. We kind of need to end that for a while, because it spreads so easily. And stop buying all the damn toilet paper. Diarrhea is not among the symptoms of COVID-19. So, yeah. Be prepared to stay at home for a while. Socially distance yourself. Use proper precautions. Yes, wash your hands all the time. It seems like it's basic common sense, and it is. But it's a big step in the process. If you go out, know what you touch. Don't touch your face. Get those hands clean. I am guessing that there will come a point in the near future where even Western countries, everyone will be wearing masks outside. That'll be a big step towards helping as well. This is a novel virus, so that means we, as humans, have not experienced it before. It's new to everyone. We have no antibodies in our system for it until we contract it, which is another reason it's spreading so well. Nobody can fight it. Anyway, that's all I got. I wanted to make a video about why I personally am taking it seriously and why I think you should too. Again, I am not a doctor. I am not giving you medical advice. If you feel like you have symptoms, contact your physician. Get tested if you can. And just stay indoors, socially isolate, self-quarantine. I know in my country in particular, that's kind of tough to do, but hopefully soon our authorities will realize that they need to start helping the people at the bottom and not so much those at the top. That's all I got for now. Just wanted to make this short video. Be safe out there, guys. Bye.